Okay, traders, good evening. It's Wednesday evening, November 2nd, 2016, and this evening we're going to go through the status of our open positions, new trades I have queued up, and then a look at our new stuff, which is our automated signals. So let's get right to it. Let me drag this over here, guys. Give me just a second. Okay, alright, here's what we've got going. This is the S&P 500 trade that I've been rolling or continuing, staying in the fight with since October 12th. You know, that week didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but that's okay. That happens occasionally, and when it does, we have to know what to do whenever we get put in that position. And like I've said many times before, a lot of times when I get, the majority of time, let me clarify that, the majority of the time when I get placed in these positions where the trade doesn't quite work out, I typically come out fairly good in those positions. This is a chance where when you're mechanical and you're playing the strategical game that we get to play, you can really turn a position that's down into a huge winner. So let's just dissect this trade, show you where I'm at, and show you what kind of position we're in. Now, start off with, I have 2 days to go. I've been playing this in the weekly expiration cycles ever since I started. So here is a list of the puts I sold first week. Here came into the second week. And I sold these going into the third week. And then we started selling them into the fourth week right here. You know, and I didn't put, I did. I put it right there. That was the last one. I had a pretty good position going in last night. So what happened Monday was I placed some puts in. I offered them for sale. The 2060s or 2060 puts. I offered them for sale for it must have been $6. That's what I got tagged in for. So I put those on Monday. Left them on for the week just in case we got a pullback. When I put them on, they were only trading for $1.25. So Tuesday, when we had that downdraft, got around 2090, 2091. Those puts triggered in. Within about an hour and a half or 2 hours, we were already up $1,000 in those things. The market only rallied 10 points, but that was enough. Got triggered in right on the low. Just an incredibly lucky trade. So I took those off immediately as soon as the market opened back up at a little after 6 p.m. So here is all of the theta premium I have collected and closed out if it's in green. Currently, I have a potential of bringing in $1,320. Now let me just update this and make sure. Yeah, we're up just a little bit more. Alright, so here is how we set, guys. This is what I'm talking about if you stay with these trades. Alright, so I was down that first week, maybe 1%, nothing much at all, but it gave me an opportunity to trade like I used to trade back when markets were semi-normal. And I'll tell you, got a good chance of doing that these past 4 weeks. Really reminded me of the old times trading back when markets would rock back and forth. Back when I was trading a lot of stocks that rocked back and forth. And that's a really good, if you're into this strategical game and you understand the concepts, man, you can really rack up trades. Alright, so this trade right here, I'm only supposed, the way I trade it, the money management algorithm, I only bring in maybe $500 a week. So for the month, a 4-week period, I'm only shooting for $2,000 for this one strategy. That's all I'm looking for the month. Well, I've been in this thing, this is 3.5 weeks, going on 4 weeks. I've taken $6,100 out of this thing out as of today. That's where I stand. I've got a $585 profit plus all the theta I've collected. So you can see right there that I should have, so far, I shouldn't even be up shouldn't even be up 2,000. Should be up roughly 1,500 going into the end of the week, and then maybe 2,000 at the end of the week. But instead, I'm up 6,100 with a chance. I've got a possibility of banking 1,320. I'm up 585, so I've got roughly another $750 to go. So potential for $6,800 trade in a 4-week period. That's how you take what we do and turn these strategies that are only supposed to make 2% a month into maybe 10% for the month, or 5% or 7%. So that's the dynamics of this. I just wanted to show you that. You guys get put in this position, try to come up with a way so you can capture all the theta you're selling against that position. It makes a difference when you can see it. Anyway, I might wake up in the morning and close this one out. You can see right here it's all skewed up after hours, but the P&L's right in it. So I'm about dead center in that little strangle I've got on. I just couldn't help it. I've been selling puts in this thing just relentlessly. Even after yesterday, after I took those puts off, I came back in last night after the class and sold more to create a strangle. So I just can't help it, especially when we get to trade like we used to. Alright, let's move over to the crude. Okay, I put a trade alert out this morning to let you know about how or what I was doing as far as making adjustments. We put this on October 21st with 55 days to go. Currently have 43, so we're in this trade 12 days. Crude has had a huge move straight down. So what I've done is I've gone in here, and last night I sold the 55 calls to make an adjustment because right here's price. This morning when I got up, crude was down again, so I went ahead and adjusted the deltas again, sold the 53 calls. So right now I've got a max profit of $71.50, buying power up to 16 grand. I've got a total of 15 contracts in, and I'm in good shape. I'm only down $1,100 in the trade right now, and we're just going to keep watching it and see what crude does. As of this writing, crude's or this video, looks like crude's up, trading around in the Z6 contract around 45.68, so up about 34 cents. From this evening's close. So anyway, no problem. We're just going to continue nursing this one along and making incremental delta adjustments as we go. So I like my position and going to leave it alone for a bit. Hopefully she will rock back and forth. Alright, here's let's switch over to the retirement account and hit this one fast. Yeah, I'm really close to pulling the plug on this one. We're in good shape, up 994 even through this down move that we've had in the stock market. So no big deal, not doing anything much, just holding in place. I keep saying I'm thinking about taking it off. I will one of these days. I've got it in queue to take it off at my 25% profit target. If we get a little uptick this week where some of the theta comes out, then that might happen. Then I'll be quick to take it off. I do expect some volatility, guys, in the stock market because of the elections coming up. So just take that with a grain of salt. But again, my play on these broken wing butterflies is I'm not going to make any adjustments to the downside on these things. So I'm just going to let them go, and because I really believe this market's going to be higher the end of this month, end of December, so I'm not too worried about the downside. But again, I want to remind you, I don't know anything. Alright, yeah, I can't show you this one because the options quotes were all messed up in this expiration cycle. So anyway, we're still up money in that trade right there. We're just not as far along as we are in the first broken wing butterfly I showed you. Okay, here's the last broken wing butterfly that I put on. Put it on October 24th. 60 days to go. We currently are at 51. Let me double check that again just to make sure that that's right. Yeah, 51 days. We're down 614. Nothing to fret about, nothing to do. We're just going to sit back and let this one stew. Alright, Iron Condor in the retirement account. No issues there, no reason to change, no reason to do anything. We're down 286. We put this one on October 27th, 43 days to go. We currently have 37. Been in it 6 days. We're just going to sit back and let time work for us. Okay, in the double it up portfolio, you know, this is the Iron Condor version of the Strangle that's in my personal account. So what I did this morning, I made the delta adjustment here. What I did was I sold a call credit spread. Here are the strikes. Sold the 52, bought the 54s. That brought my max profit up to $9,200. Buying power up to 17,000. Keep in mind we've got roughly 33,000 in the account, so we're using about half of the portfolio to make the adjustment and keep the position going. So we're in really good shape. Plenty of capital to defend this thing if we need to, and we're just in a really good shape, guys. This thing is shaping up here to be a potential trade that could catapult this account. You know, if this thing stays in between, say, 41 and 52 for the next 3 weeks or so, could just be a huge trade. That's what we're shooting for in this account, just like the personal account I have that I'm trading this. We expect big things, we trade it big, and yeah, so we expect big things to happen. Alright guys, let's go to yeah, we're done there. So let's take a look at our best directional system. Let me get this up. Okay guys, I seem to have, there we go, sorry about that. Perfect. Okay, here's a look at the Australian, well, one of the new things I did, I put the rules on the front page there, guys. Second page. So, Rule 1 bullish entry, Rule 1 bearish entry. I do have 2 rules, but we're only going to concern ourselves with one. That Rule 1 is the only one I can truly automate all the way from soup to nuts. So here's the description of what a bullish entry is and what a bearish entry is. Alright, so the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, here's a bull market move. Not a big pull out of that one right there, but certainly would have came close to a profit target. Here was a down move right here. You see the signal. You definitely had no issue getting a profit target out of that one. And again, longer term charts over here, this just shows you that we were in a bull trend when this trade kicked. We were in a bearish trend when this trade kicked. I'm not worried about any other signals, and when I get this thing fully automated, it'll filter out all the signals that are not in line with the trend. It's easy enough to follow with the eye, I just want it automated. Okay, here's the Russell futures. So we see we've got a nice steep downtrend here going into the close, and here are the signals taking any one of those 3, and just, yeah, you would have had no problem at all taking your profit target. My profit target on these guys trading this is only 50 cents. So some of these are 3 and 4 times that large. Alright, so here we had a trend change on the long-term chart, and we were able to put a couple of chances to place a short trade on right here. You wouldn't have hit your profit target there, so you would have came back up, maybe taken a little heat depending on where you got in here, but then down swoosh, profit target, ring the register, close it out. Oh, that was Apple stock. Sorry guys. Yeah, just another great trade in Apple. There's like 10 of these setups every day in Apple. It's just unbelievable. I mean, this stock, Facebook, Google, Tesla, Netflix, they all trade very, very well with this little trading system. All right, here's a pairs trade. So we see here on natural gas versus heating oil. So we see we got a really nice downtrend, and just this one little piece of the trend, guys, just this little piece, bam, and you get it right there. So just that little section. So think of how many setups you had right there. I don't have to roll back. I can tell you, you would have gotten an entry right there, down swoosh. You probably on the short term would have gotten one there, down swoosh. That's your profit target, guys. It doesn't take much. You got more than your profit target on this one right here. So multiple opportunities to just play this all day long on whatever you like to play. Alright guys, I think that's a wrap for today. The only thing that I didn't cover were new trades. The only new trade that I'm contemplating that I will put on tomorrow is the SPX Iron Condor. I'm going to add to that position in my retirement account. Other than that, that's a wrap. Guys, have a good night, good trading day tomorrow, and this is BA signing out.